There was once a very old man, who lived with his son, daughter-in-law and small grandson. He was so old that his hands trembled constantly, his back was bowed and his eyes were dim with age. When he sat down at the dining table to eat, his hands shook so much that they could hardly hold a spoon, and very often he would spill soup on the daughter-in-law's clean tablecloth. "For goodness sake, can't you tell your father to eat properly? I can't stand him at the table with us any longer," the young wife would exclaim. And she and her husband made the old man sit in a corner, by the stove out of sight from the rest of the family. They put his food into a very rough earthenware bowl, which the old man could barely hold. One day, his hands shook so much that the whole thing went crashing to the ground. The young wife was furious, and again said to her husband, "Can't you do something with your father? He's a disgrace to the family." This time they bought him a rough wooden bowl, and fed him hardly anything at all, so that the old man got weaker and weaker. His little grandson, who was just 4 years old, had been observing all this, and, one day, his parents saw him gathering bits of wood and piling them into a corner of the room. His father asked, "What are you doing, son?" Then the child replied sagely, "I am making 2 little bowls, just like the one you gave grandfather, so that you and mother can eat out of them when I am bigger." The husband and his wife looked at each other, and then at the old man, and slowly both their faces became awash with tears. Silently they helped the old man back to the table, and never scolded him again when he spilt his food. It's easy when we're young to look with contempt at the frail or elderly, thinking ourselves exempt and immune from such a future. But sadly, it comes to us all. This story reminds us bitterly of that fact.